Right.
KO.
Can we? Oh, wow. Yeah, I really liked the first episode. Thanks a lot. So, can we talk about this?
Ladies and gentlemen, the most electrifying Street Fighter in FGC Entertainment today.
What? Did I stutter? Whew, Laura came in hype. She was easily the most popular newcomer Street Fighter V. And let's be honest, against a Aztec Beastman and this weirdo, there was no competition.
Why do they keep ignoring me?
As Laura, you are the rushdown, mixing, grappling queen, and nobody knows how to deal with you. This girl hits hard and know how to continue the pressure. Like, honestly, I want to say 80% of my fights usually end with a stun, because once she gets going, she can just keep going and going and going. Bow! Oh, you're dizzy. It's time for a new combo. Let's go. And we're gonna finish with a grab. He trying to swing you, give me. Ooh, you are too defensive. You better fight back. Nope. Get that shit out of here. I forgot I don't have two. I was about to fuck that up. Ah! He took my move. Get that shit out of here. Laura's first move is Thunderclap, and it's a very unique projectile when it comes to the Street Fighter franchise because it's more defensive than offensive or keeping people at bay at full screen. She usually just uses it to block other projectiles, and shoot, the light one's basically stationary. It stays directly in front of her, basically more as a shield, and it's a pretty decent anti-air because they can easily fall into it if they jump. Even the heavy one doesn't even go full screen unless you enhance heavy it, and it just makes it full screen. It is really good against blocking projectiles because even the regular fully charged Thunderclap can beat out an enhanced Hadouken. So it's really good at just being a defensive move. Next up is Laura's Bolt Charge, which has really good range and is a really good move. Usually how people do with Ryu, the crouching medium to Hadouken, with her you'll do a crouching medium to her light Bolt Charge, which ends up being a reset to where you can either pressure them with light punch, redo the crouching medium to Bolt Charge, or go into a command grab, a regular grab, a jumping crossover. Basically this is her smixing move. Using light Bolt Charge is a good smix on hit. Sadly, you cannot do medium kick to medium Bolt Charge, but you can also do heavy attacks into medium Bolt Charge, for the reason being medium Bolt Charge goes into different attacks. If you press punch after it, you go into a cross-up grab, and if you press kick after it, you go into a regular special grab. And after medium Bolt Charge, it really sets her up for a lot of setups to either go into projectiles, a good jumping cross-up, or just dashing and command grabbing. And the heavy is an anti-air, which usually can only go into her 4 double heavy punches into the air version, but that move has so much startup that most people are going to block it. You usually will see that if the opponent is stunned, because this is a really good stun combo attack. Oh yeah, her command grab is a command grab. Not really much to say about that if you already know what command grabs are. Oh yeah, I forgot to record this part, but enhanced Bolt Charge has armor, so you can go through a projectile if somebody's firing projectiles to it, so you can just go right through it. Really good on Wake Up too. Now let's get to the fun part of Laura's kit, her V skills and V trigger. V skill 1, volley line. This is basically the same move that her and her brother Sean have in common. When you just press the V skill 1, she does an overhead kick that does a good amount of damage and a good amount of stun. Like this is usually why people usually get stunned against Laura, because this kick does damage. Sadly, if they block it, you're gonna get hurt, which is why it's really good to smix it and don't spam it a lot, because it's very punishable. But also the best thing about this V skill, if you hold back, she sways back. If you hold forward, she moves forward. Now if you hold it while you do that, she'll go right back into the overhead kick. So she'll sway back into the overhead kick or sway forward into the overhead kick. Or you can mix it up and sway back then forward. Like this V skill gives her so much mobility. Like she is just really diverse. She's basically wave dashing in a game where you can't wave dash. This is the closest thing you're gonna get to wave dashing in this game, and it makes her very mobile and apply pressure real quick. She can get to you real fast with this and just apply pressure because she's just everywhere on the screen thanks to this V skill. Now her second V skill is slightly different, but still helps her be really mobile in this game. Now she gets like a somewhat short hop, like kind of like how KOF has short hops, but slightly different from their short hop. But now she also gets an air projectile from out of it, which allows her to apply air pressure. And you know how people love to anti-air light punch you or anti-air you? Now she's basically shielded like how Akuma comes down. You can jump up and just throw a projectile out, and then now she's basically in a good position. And she also has a kick, which is pretty decent. I like it on block. Even on hit or block, it's a good setup to go right into a command grab right after it. I would say the better V skill is 1 though. But 2 isn't that bad if you like to mix it up every now and then. And now her V trigger, Spark Show. It's basically just an enhance of all of her electrical attacks. And they do more damage and a little bit more stun. Like the command grab hurts more, the projectile hurts more, the bolt charge hurts more, and her V skill just hurts more. All in all, it just does that. For beginners, it basically just enhances those moves. But when you get to mastering it, you can do stuff like this. Yeah, she becomes a smixing god once you master Spark Show. And if smixing isn't your thing, her V trigger 2 is just as good. She goes into shock stance, which allows her to dodge any attack, then go into a command grab, which gives her a free combo. And I love this move. This is one of the reasons why I came back to Street Fighter V. This one move alone. This is my favorite move in the game. Shoot, I even make highlight videos of this move. Look at this.
Try, you almost did it. Unexpected time. Nice try, you almost did it. Unexpected time. Here we go. One more down. Nice try, you almost did it. Let's see what you've got.
お前はもう死んでいる。何？
Nice try, you almost did it. Nice try, you almost did it. Nice try, you almost did it. Kikoken. Let's see what you've got. Nice try, you almost did it. Unexpected time.
So yeah, this move is ridiculously good. And then even if you have V skill 1 with it, you can just go into shock stance, dash, and then grab them. So you don't even have to be close to it if you have V skill 1. And like again, it ignores almost every attack. The only thing that can get you out of this is a grab. I know this is a tutorial for Laura, but I feel like this is too overpowered, so I gotta tell people how to at least kind of stop it. Grab her. That's the only option you have. So hopefully she don't just go straight into her command grab, because she can just go this way to grab really fast. So hopefully she don't grab you before you grab her, or she's gonna destroy you. Laura is a mix-up goddess. Like, oh my goodness, she's very versatile and a crazy rush down with a command grab. Like, that's really freaking crazy. But the big problem is, if you can predict her moves or you're being real predictable, a lot of her stuff is not safe. So you are going to get punished if you mess up the flow. In short, if you can't deal with mix-ups fighting Laura, it's like sticking your finger in an electrical outlet. It's gonna hurt. Okay, it sounded way better in my head. Hey everybody, I hope y'all enjoyed the episode of Can We Talk About Lore, and I am officially working on a different title. I've been dabbling around like with Fighter Select, or so you selected this as your main, kind of stuff like that. But I'm gonna find a different title, but for now it's just gonna be Can We Talk About This. So I hope y'all enjoyed this episode, and stay tuned for next Tuesday. Peace!